For 2,000 years, we've been waiting for a perfect red heifer, a parah adumah. You know, people think that finding a real red heifer is impossible. But the truth is, there are thousands of red cows throughout the world. Go to Google and search for images of red cows, and you'll see red Angus in America, you'll see Shetland in the Scottish Highlands, and you'll see red cattle in Norfolk Island, just to mention a few. There are many red cows throughout the world, and the challenge is not to find a particular red cow. The challenge is to raise a perfect red heifer according to the exact biblical requirements here in the land of Israel. Well, it's time to stop waiting and start doing. The Temple Institute has embarked upon an unprecedented historical project to raise a herd of red cows here in the land of Israel. After decades of intensive study and research, the Institute has partnered with an Israeli cattleman and, using state-of-the-art technique and under strict rabbinical supervision, we're going to raise a herd of red cows here in Israel. We're going to select a proper candidate from this herd for the fulfillment of the biblical requirements of the commandment of the red heifer. Make no mistake, this project is nothing less than the first stage of the reintroduction of biblical purity into the world, the prerequisite for the rebuilding of the Holy Temple. For 2,000 years, we've been mourning the destruction of the Holy Temple. But the future is in our hands. You can become part of history. Help us to make this project become a reality.
Why is there so much interest these days here in Israel in a red cow? Well, because it's not just any red cow that we're talking about. We're talking about a red heifer, which in Hebrew is called a parah adumah. And this red heifer was used to purify the Jewish people so that they could enter into the temple. And today, it's a source of interest and controversy here in Israel and throughout the world, as there are those who are seeking and preparing a red heifer so that Jews could be purified and enter the Temple Mount area and even seek to build the third temple. I think you're going to be especially interested in this subject.
One of the most exciting things, very mysterious, is what is called the ashes of the red heifer. In the Bible, God commanded the Israelites to purify themselves with ashes of red heifer if they came in touch with dead bodies. When they are coming to worship God in the tabernacle, this is the word of God.
Speak to the sons of Israel, that they bring you a red heifer without blemish.
The heifer should be born and 3 years continue to be completely red, even not one hair which is white or other color. More than this, the red heifer should be treated very, very special, actually to be spoiled and separate from other cows. Why ashes of red heifer? Only red heifer, not white. Why this can purify? God did not tell us in the Bible why, He just said do it.
The ashes of the heifer shall be kept for the sons of Israel. It shall be cleansing water for purifying from sin.
9 red heifers were born during the biblical times in the 2 temples and the tabernacle. And the biblical heritage is saying that when the 10th will be born, then the Messiah is coming. And what happened after 67, after the liberation of the Temple Mount? Suddenly started to born red heifers in Israel, in Europe, in America. Why? 2,000 years they were not born. It was another message from God. I am ready.
We Jews do not rebuild the temple now because we await the Messiah's coming to purify us. We are not allowed by Orthodox Jewish law to set foot on the Temple Mount because we are impure, and we might even accidentally step on an area of what was the Holy of Holies.
A Christian pastor in Mississippi, his name is Claude Lott. He dedicated his farm to raise only red heifers. He wants to deliver them to Israel and to encourage the Jews to rebuild the temple.
We are awaiting the Messiah to give us the ashes of the red heifer that are essential for our purification, to see the glory of the house of the Lord, the temple being restored and rebuilt when the Messiah comes. This is really one of the most interesting phenomena that I can think of, because Christians in America today are breeding cows, red heifers, trying to have the red heifer that would be used to purify the people of Israel so that the third temple could be rebuilt. It's a very, very fascinating subject. And I would just urge all the viewers that next time they go driving by a farm and they see a herd of cows, keep your eyes open, because maybe one of them is the red heifer.